This chicken lays 365 eggs per year, never gets sick. They removed it from modern farming catalogues, replaced it with factory breeds engineered to burn out in 18 months, and yet for over a century, entire farming communities, from rural Australia to wartime Britain, used this single bird to feed families, rebuild bodies, and sustain health through economic collapse. More complete protein per egg than any lab-engineered supplement. Better bioavailability than the collagen pills lining pharmacy shelves for $30 a bottle. And this bird will lay for you every single day of the year, if you let her. Here is something most people watching this will never hear from their doctor or their grocery store. There is a chicken breed so productive, so resilient, and so nutritionally superior that it once broke a world record. In 1922, a single Australorp hen laid 347 eggs in 365 days. That record stood for years. The entire nation of Australia celebrated it. Then something happened. Industrial agriculture arrived, and with it came a different kind of chicken, the commercial leghorn, the Cornish cross, breeds optimized not for your health, not for longevity, not for nutritional density, optimized for speed, for volume, for profit per square foot of warehouse space. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal about the nutritional difference between a heritage Australorp egg and a commercial factory egg will change how you think about every carton you've ever bought. The heritage breeds, the Australorp, the Plymouth Rocks, the Dominiques, were pushed to the margins. Small farms shuttered. Seed and breed catalogues were consolidated. The diversity that once sustained rural communities was quietly, systematically erased. This wasn't conspiracy, it was economics. But the outcome was the same. A bird that could sustain your family's health indefinitely at near zero cost was replaced by a product that requires you to keep buying supplements to compensate for what you lost. Every nutritionist should be talking about this. What they never learned in their clinical training is that egg quality is not uniform. It is not a category. It is a spectrum, and the Australorp hen sits at one end of it alone. It's at one end. The Australorp was developed in Australia in the early 20th century, bred from black Orpington stock imported from England and crossed with Minorca, white Leghorn and Langshan bloodlines. The goal was a dual-purpose bird, heavy enough for meat, productive enough for eggs. What breeders got was something that honestly exceeded every expectation on record. This is the part they don't want you to reach. 6 Australorp hens, in an official Australian trial, averaged 309.5 eggs per bird over 365 consecutive days. One hen laid 364 eggs in 365 days. One egg every single day for an entire year. But here is what the egg count doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you about the yolk. A pasture-raised heritage hen, particularly one foraging freely, produces eggs with dramatically different nutritional profiles than her commercial counterpart. Research published through the journal Poultry Science and USDA comparisons of pasture-raised versus conventional eggs has documented measurable differences in omega-3 fatty acid content, vitamin D levels, vitamin E, and beta-carotene. We're talking about up to 4 times more vitamin D, twice the omega-3, 3 times the vitamin E. These are not marginal differences. These are the nutrients your body uses to regulate inflammation, support immune response, build hormones, and protect neurological function. The Australorp, because of her exceptional laying consistency and her proven hardiness in free-range conditions, is uniquely positioned to deliver that quality consistently, affordably, and indefinitely. Let's talk about what the science actually says, not what the supplement industry wants you to read. A landmark comparison study from Pennsylvania State University found that eggs from hens with outdoor pasture access contained 34% less cholesterol, 10% less fat, and up to 40% more vitamin A than standard commercial eggs. The omega-3 advantage alone has implications for cardiovascular health, cognitive function, and chronic inflammation management, that no single ingredient supplement can replicate. Stay with me, because this next part is the piece that should be front page news. Complete protein, every essential amino acid, in ratios your body can actually use. The bioavailability of egg protein, the percentage your body absorbs and utilizes, sits at approximately 91 to 94%. That outperforms whey protein, it outperforms most plant-based protein powders, it outperforms the majority of meat sources. And a single Australorp hen in optimal free-range conditions produces that complete protein source every single day, without synthetic inputs, without pharmaceutical growth promotion, without the immunosuppressive crowding of industrial poultry housing that requires prophylactic antibiotic use to keep birds alive. The Australorp is also recognized for exceptional disease resistance. Keepers consistently report lower veterinary costs, lower mortality rates, and stronger flock cohesion than with commercial hybrid breeds. These birds were built for resilience. That resilience transfers directly to the egg. Every preventive medicine specialist should be looking at this data. What industrial food science has never adequately studied is what is lost nutritionally and immunologically when you replace a 100-year-old breed with a factory-optimized hybrid. Here is the part that matters most, because honestly, knowing this does nothing unless you act on it. You do not need a farm, you do not need land. In most jurisdictions, you can legally keep 3 to 6 backyard hens with no permit required. Check your local ordinance. Many urban and suburban municipalities allow it. Step 1. Source your birds. Australorp chicks are available through heritage breed hatcheries, local agricultural swap meets, and even Craigslist farm sections for as little as $3 to $8 per chick. Female chicks, pullets, begin laying at about 5 to 6 months of age, and they'll continue laying productively for 3 to 4 years. Some keepers actually report consistent production into year 5 and even 6 with proper care. Step 2. Build your housing. A coop for 3 hens can be built from reclaimed pallet wood in a single weekend for under $30 in hardware costs. The minimum space requirement is 4 square feet of coop space per bird and 10 square feet of outdoor run space per bird. There's no electricity required and no climate control needed in most temperate climates. The Australorp's dense black plumage provides natural cold weather resilience all the way down to freezing temperatures. Step 3. Feed your flock freely. Australorps are just exceptional foragers. Given access to a small garden patch, a lawn area, or even a contained deep litter run, they'll source a significant portion of their own diet: insects, grubs, plant matter, seeds. You should supplement with a quality layer pellet at about 1/4 pound per bird per day. Kitchen scraps, garden surplus, and spent vegetable matter will reduce your feed costs even further. At current feed costs, 3 hens producing at Australorp rates will deliver roughly 5 to 6 eggs per day, at a production cost of around 12 to 16 cents per egg. No pharmacy trip, no subscription box, no cold chain. Step 4. Collect and store. Unwashed eggs retain their natural protective bloom and actually require no refrigeration for up to 3 weeks at room temperature. Washed eggs, on the other hand, should be refrigerated and consumed within 3 weeks. A single Australorp hen, over her first 2 years of production, will deliver approximately 600 eggs. 3 hens over 2 years, that's close to 1,800 eggs. That is complete protein, fat-soluble vitamins, and essential fatty acids, all produced renewably right in your own backyard. This is the forgotten crop that industrial food spent decades erasing, and it fits in a space the size of a garden shed. Entire generations were raised on food like this: dense, real, nutritionally complete food, produced at home by animals bred for resilience and longevity, not quarterly profit reports. That knowledge didn't disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because it stopped being profitable for someone else. The Australorp is still here, the heritage breeds are still here, the knowledge is still here. It just requires you to go looking for it. If this opened your eyes to something you'd never considered, share this video with one person who needs to hear it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because we are just getting started on the foods, breeds and remedies that have been quietly removed from public conversation. And drop a comment below right now. What is your biggest health struggle that you feel like mainstream medicine has never actually solved for you? Or which fact about the Australorp surprised you most? I read every comment, and your answer might shape what I cover next.